morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? It is so lovely to see you. I am the Reverend Christine Dance. I am so proud to be the minister of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Phoenix. And this is Finnegan. Hi, Finnegan. Finnegan doesn't normally like music or clapping or joy, so this is going to be fun. This is going to be a blast. We also have Fiona right there. The princess is on her towel. Welcome to our multi-platform outdoor and interactive Zoom worship. For those of you who are joining us for the first time this morning, and I've met a lot of you this morning, if you're new this morning, can you raise your hands here? Welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. Yes, I called you and you came. You came. Welcome. We're so glad that you are here. The Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Phoenix strives to be a spiritual community for our time, focused on diverse theological perspectives, radical inclusion, and knowing that issues of justice and equity shape everything that we do. If you are new with us in person today, please join us for our Get to Know UUCP session that will be right after the service. It's going to be on the patio on the other side of the campus. We will guide you there. And folks who are online, we hope you will join us for coffee hour. We had an online session last week, and we'll have more in the future. We hope that you will find us welcoming, and we are curious to get to know you. A very special welcome to those of you who are on Zoom. Hello. Hello, everyone. We have some very special roles for you in the service today, for you, and if you have pets, as they are comfortable. I hope they are snuggled up right next to you. We open this morning's worship with a call to all the creatures by Reverend Ian Riddle, the minister of the UU congregation in the desert in Rancho Mirage, California. Come hoof and trunk and tail and horn and paw and wing and claw. Come bird and reptile, mammal born, all full of nature's law. Come, bring bark and crow and ribbit too, and silent stare and hiss. Bring purr and trill and warble too, and voice no ear can miss. We gather here, each life and all, to celebrate and to sing, to honor creatures large and small. 'Tis holiness we bring. So I invite Brooke to come up and light our chalice. Brooke is our business administrator's, Stephanie's daughter. And we are going to do our covenant in a call and response format for accessibility. Folks at home, please feel free to recite this at home as well. I'll say each line and you can repeat back to me. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is our sacrament. And service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace. To seek knowledge and freedom, to share our strength in fellowship. Thus do we covenant. Thank you, Brooke. Go.
Hello. My name is Owen Lifshitz, and I'm honored to serve as your worship associate today. Good morning. Good morning. Everything going on at UUCP can be found on our website, phoenixuu.org, and our weekly newsletter, Compass. Thanks to all who helped with the ordination of Reverend Sky Williams Tao yesterday. We did have some electrical and Zoom issues, so those who couldn't be there in person, we hope you can go to our YouTube page and watch it. Despite all the challenges, it was a wonderful celebration. The Civic Engagement Team urges action to oppose a public school takeover bill. Please see more in our Compass announcement on the UUC website under Civic Engagement. Next week, our in-person services are heading back into the sanctuary for our flower communion. As great it has been to be out here in the desert, we are returning back to our inside home. Based on your survey feedback, we are starting with one service. It will be marked mask inside, and we are starting with a capacity of 100. Please find the link in Compass and the website to register. You have a week and a half more to donate items, experiences, and amazing ideas to our annual fundraising auction on April 9th. This is going to be an auction to remember. We will have ways to participate both in person and in Zoom. It's really going to be something. Everything you need to know about donating can be found on the website. And finally, our coming of age group would love to get to know you. We're going to take over the online coffee hour on April 3rd, so we can ask you all to share your wisdom with us. Also, we're a pretty cool bunch of teens, so you won't want to miss this. Our offering today is being collected via text, website, or mail. For those in person, you can give your offering by the boxes at the entrance. And this is the third week of our Stewardship Month. I'd like to say a few words. This congregation is an anchor to so many, and it's helped them through these difficult times. It's certainly helped me through the past 2 years. Currently, I'm in coming of age. At the end of that journey, I'll decide on whether or not I'm going to become a member. I've grown up in UU congregations, and having this opportunity is so special to me. One of the things I'll consider if and when I become a member is my annual pledge. With such great examples of such generous pledges that help our congregation so much, I hope to be inspired by all of you. For all that you give to our congregation, we are so grateful.
Thank you, Owen. Isn't it wonderful to hear from our youth members to talk about why this place is important to them? So I'm going to continue on with a little bit more of a stewardship moment. And over the last few weeks, you've gotten to hear from different board members talking about, the real specifics of the congregation and where we are financially. And so, just to kind of wrap that up, our first year of the pandemic, we were very, very generous, and we did really well. Our second, which is the current year of the pandemic, we didn't meet our goals, and we didn't have as many people coming forward, I think, from, all the unknowns that have been happening out here. But we've kept going forward, and because of the commitment that we made to pay our staff in full and keep them on during this time, we've ended up we're going to get some money from the government, from the COVID funds, to help with our shortfall here, which is great. And we also have heard that the UUCP Foundation, of which we're just really thrilled with, have also made an extra donation to us this year to help cover a lot of our tech support and our new pieces, new things that we need to keep this up and running. So that you've heard over the last few years about, or last few weeks about our dreams for the future. And we can dream, and we can dream big, but it's just not a financially responsible thing for us to set a budget and to spend to a budget that is not what we're bringing in income. In terms of our own lives, it would be kind of like going out and raising all the limits and spending all of our credit card limits without actually having the financial background to be able to pay those cards off. So that's the trick that we're in right now, is how do we make the budget balance with what we have coming in. So I'd just like to remind you, as you think about in this last week and a half, we've only had about 60 people out of a possible, we normally have about 280 pledging units, that some of those are 2 members, so that kind of accounts for our membership size. And so there's not a lot of people that have gone online yet and have given and have sent in their pledge forms. So we really need you to do that. We really need you to think about that we're your spiritual family here, and that we've been here for you, and this is the place you turn to, and that we're part of this community. I'd like you to take a moment to think about, where is your personal connection here to UUCP? Are you part of the music program? Are you part of the youth ministry? Maybe you have a small group that you connect with. Maybe you do outdoor hiking. Maybe you do a book group. All of those things are the kind of things that in the future, if we don't come up with the budget that we hope to come up with, we're going to have to look at, what doesn't exist within our family that does exist now. So we want you to think about, how do you support what you really love here, that you love in your family, and that you love in this community. Because love is the doctrine of our congregation. So we would like you to give in love and with love. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bunny. Thank you, Owen. Please make this easy for us. Next week is the last week. Please go ahead and do this so we don't have to follow up with you. Just please. That would be really great. Okay? Cool. All right. This is Fiona. Owen, will you help me do a together time as we thank all of the animals from A to Z?
Okay.
Okay. All right. This is a poem by the Reverend Gary Kowalski, and we're going to try to make this work. We give thanks for the earth and its creatures. We are grateful from A to Z. For alligators, apricots, acorns, and apple trees. For bumblebees, bananas, blueberries, and beagles. Coconuts, crawdads, cornfields, and coffee. Daisies, There we go. It's going to be fine. Daisies and elephants and flying fish. For groundhogs, glaciers and grasslands. For hippos and hazelnuts, icicles and iguanas. For juniper, jackrabbits, and June bugs. For kudzu and kangaroos, lightning bugs and licorice. For mountains and milkweed and mistletoe. Katie, this is for you. For narwhals and nasturtiums, and otters and ocelots. For peonies and persimmons and polar bears. For quahogs and Queen Anne's lace. For raspberries and roses. For salmon and sassafras. For tornadoes and tulip wood. For urchins and valleys and waterfalls. Do you see how helpful Fiona's being here for you? For yaks. Where's yaks? Oh, it's right there. Whoa. For waterfalls. Yes. And yaks. And yams. Yes. Oh, there's nothing for X. What can we come up with X?
Xylophones.
For xylophones. For yaks and yams and yogurt. We are grateful, good earth, not least of all for zinnias, zucchini, and zebras. And for the alphabet of wonderful things that are as simple as ABC. Bravo. That was awesome.
I'm Benji Messer, UUCP's music director. I have a music series of guest artists, but I was thinking, who do I stick with the pets? I don't know, and I just decided we'd do it ourselves today. So I'm very glad to have Mark with me. And the prelude was a song that Mark wrote called The Hawk Song when he was working with birds of prey at an animal shelter. And this next one is a song from our hymnal with new words for welcoming our pets. Come, come, whatever you are, critters and creatures and everything living, feathered or scaly or covered in hair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whatever you are, critters and creatures, everything living, feathered or scaly or covered in hair. Come yet again, come. Come yet again, come.
Yeah, I told you he doesn't like clapping. That's okay. The alphabet flies around and it's all good, as the animals do. This is the time in our service where we share the joys and sorrows of our community. Being together, it is good to share, to support one another, and to connect. We are asking for joys and sorrows to return back to being a little bit more about the notable events of our life. Folks on Zoom, we hope to hear from you first. Any of your joys and sorrows, please put them into the chat with your name at the beginning. For those of you in the desert, I've got a couple from you from the table in the front. While folks are entering those, we would like to share a few in our world. We want to hold space for the continued invasion of Ukraine, all of those fleeing and harmed and scared. Linda Vance has a joy and sorrow also for all of the animals affected in war, the harmless creatures who are also displaced and scared. We're also sending support to those attempting to protest within Russia. May their voices be heard. We also want to send support to those affected by the earthquake in Japan. There were tornadoes in the United States this week, and continued effects of climate change that will always be here from now on. We want to send our joy to our Hindu friends who celebrated Holi this past week. This religious holiday commemorates the victory of good over evil. We hope it was a joyous and happy festival full of color for all. And also today is the spring equinox. May we find the balance between the shorter and the longer days, the enjoyment of this beautiful weather before we pivot to the heat, and balance in our lives as we figure out what that balance is again. Let us turn to the joys and sorrows from our community online. So, first of all, we've got, it's not from, oh, there we go, from Jira says, it's Papa's birthday. They are 40 years old now. Happy birthday to Jez. Happy birthday, Jez, from all of us. Eric Ariano said, I was hit by a pickup truck on Friday on my bike. Hit and run. I'm doing physically okay, but emotionally shaking. Shaken. This biking is my happy place. Last week's service on individualism is sticking with me. This isn't just a bad driver. Our roads aren't safe. Thank you to everyone for the kind messages this week. We're thinking of you, Eric, as you heal in all the ways. From Amy Miskell, a joy. Our friend Rick was able to get his chemotherapy this week. Last week he did not have enough platelets, but this week he did. Please send healing thoughts to Rick in Oregon and his supportive wife, Lynn. Debbie says, for the past month or so, we've been fostering a stray cat who showed up on our doorstep. This morning, she crossed the Rainbow Bridge. She had not been well the past couple of days, and the vet found advanced cancer this morning. Oh, how sad. Laurel says, deep concern for the minority residents of Randolph, Arizona, who are and will be affected by the nitrous oxide emitted by the gas turbines SRP is using to generate energy. And here in person, we have a joy from Sarah Moore that my parents, Bob and Jill Moore, have been married for 40 years today. They currently have 2 black labs, one is a retired guide dog, 2 daughters, 1 son-in-law, grand dogs Leah and Biscuit, and 3 wooden kayaks. Somehow they managed to find the only person that they could tolerate for life. Happy anniversary to your parents, and hooray for them for creating a wonderful human being in you, Sarah. So I invite you now to a time of meditation and prayer. I invite you to center yourselves, put your feet on the floor. If you are at home, settle into your chair. If you're here, take some breaths of the beautiful desert air. Spirit of life, Spirit of love, that which is all around us, in the air and the tree and the birds and the animals, and that which is also within us. We give thanks for this day, for the opportunity to be together, both through technology and with our energy shared in the desert. We give thanks for this wonderful community that supports us and sustains us. May we do the same back to it. We send our loving energy for all of those who are hurting, for those who are lonely, feeling isolated, afraid, or worried. We mix in our joy for all of those who are celebrating both big things and small. May we hold the duplicity of joys and sorrows in our heart. We give thanks for all of these animals, for the 2 of mine that are barking, for the one who is crying, for the ones who are sniffing each other right now, for their joyful noises, for their care and companionship. We give thanks for the ministry of Sky Williams Tao and the good that they are going to do in the world. We send special prayers to our Director of Children's Ministry, Katie Resendez, and her family. Katie, who is still awaiting surgery and is out on medical leave. Please know that we love you and we miss you, and all of our energy is going out towards you. And finally, for all of those who are finding their ways back to each other in small ways and big, may we know we are not alone and that we are surrounded in love today and always. Amen. And blessed be. And Ashe.
So, we're doing a classic tune by Bill Staines called All God's Critters Got a Place in the Choir, and it names a lot of animals. And my hope was that during the space after each verse, I could convince you to make sounds of the animals that were mentioned in the verse. And, you know, some of this is just to make some noise. I'm sure we will go over 45 decibels, sir. We'll see what we can do. Sorry, that was an inside joke for those of you who didn't come last week. The police came by and shut us down. And so that's why the system is at a fairly low level today. But I say let's go a little over 45 decibels for this one, just making animal noises. And I've invited some of our choir members to join us on this to help. Yeah, can you raise that, Mark? To help sing and to do the animal noises. So choir members, if you'd be willing to come up here to the right. And sure, thank you. Masked for now. We'll it's been 2 years. Oh, gather around the mic if you can. Make a little semicircle around the mic so that we can be heard. All right. Here we go. So for example, you know, the first verse, here, let's start with the chorus. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. And some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now. So this first verse, you know, it's about animals with bass voices. It mentions the bullfrog and the hippopotamus and the cow. So you'll be welcome to make any of those noises after this verse. Here we go. I'll show you. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do, and the old cow just goes moo. Here we go. Well, the dogs and the cats, they take up the middle. The honeybee hums and the crickets fiddle. The donkey brays and the pony neighs, and the old coyote howls. There we go. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. And some just clap their hands for paws or anything they got now. Well, listen to the top where the little bird sings. The melody with the high voice ringing. The hoot owl hollers over everything, and the jaybird disagrees. Singing in the nighttime, singing in the day. The little duck quacks and he's on his way. The possum don't have much to say, and the porcupine talks to herself. Here's the chorus. All choristers got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, and some just clap their hands for paws or anything they got. Now, Mark, give us a little bit. Okay, Mark. This last verse names all the animals kind of about how everybody works together, so you can make whatever animal noise you want after this one. Everybody here is a part of the plan. We all get to play in a big band, from the eagle in the sky to the whale in the sea. It's one great symphony. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, and some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now. Thanks, everyone.
That was amazing. Thank you. Thank you, choir. It's so lovely to see you. And thank you, Mark. Thank you, Benji. So pet blessings are a beloved part of many Unitarian Universalist congregations. Sometimes they're done as part of worship. Sometimes they are done as separate events. I felt like it was important for us to do them these last 2 years for 2 reasons. One, because I think that gratitude is a key spiritual practice that has helped us get through all of this during this time. And 2, because our pets have had an outsized role for many of us during this time. So for gratitude, even when things are their hardest, we can always have something to be grateful for. Gratitude is an indispensable spiritual practice, something that grounds us about what is abundant and real in our lives. And a pet blessing, at its essence, is an exercise of gratitude for the pets in our lives, but also for the ones who have been in our pasts. And really, for all of the animals in our lives, in our world, and in our environment. It's an opportunity to say thank you and to recognize the humor and the comfort and the joy that they bring to us. And this is true in our lives all the time, but it has been even more true the last 2 years. Some of us have gotten pandemic pets to keep us company. Shout out to Biscuit over there. Some of us have had only our pets in our household to stave off loneliness. Some of us have worked or gone to school the majority of the last 2 years with our pets as office or classmates. Some of us have lost pets during this time, a grief that is compounded by the times we've been in. So our world got smaller during these last 2 years, and the impact of our pets has gotten larger. So we give thanks. So whether you have had a pet, whether you have a pet or right now or not, I imagine all of you have had animals in your lives at some time that have been important. And I want to take a moment for us to name the pets that have been important to us in our lives. These are pets who comforted us as children, and the pets who got us to get up off of our butts and go for walks, the pets who made us giggle, and even the ones who frustrated us to no end. For many of us, these pets were also our first experience of death as a tragic part of owning or caring for an animal that don't live as long as we do. Now, these may have been your pets, your neighbor's pets, even imaginary pets. Let's remember them with fondness. So for those on Zoom, I want to engage you all first. I encourage you to write down all of the names of pets that have been important to you in the chat as the next song plays, and we want to see just their names flow by in a stream of loving remembrance. Folks here in person, as the musicians are playing their song or getting ready, I invite you, actually even now, to say their names out loud of the pets that you have loved in your past, or to hold them in your hearts. Say a few of them now. keep going. It's really fine, y'all. We'll if they blow far enough over there, the ushers will get them. Don't worry about it. Animals and alphabets blow in the wind. It's all good. So continue to hold those animals in your hearts as we enjoy this next song.
So we've prepared a song by Queen that describes how many of us felt about pets that we've loved, maybe how they felt about us. And it, ironically, thinking about pets that have passed, it sings over and over, "You make me live." So maybe it can remind you of how you kept your pets alive, or how they kept you alive, or how it keeps them alive in our mind for us to remember them together. So here we go. It's called "You're My Best Friend." Whatever this world can give to me, it's you, you're all I see. Ooh, you make me live now, honey. Ooh, you make me live. Oh, you're the best friend that I've ever had. I've been with you such a long time. You're my sunshine, and I want you to know that my feelings are true. I really love you. Oh, you're my best friend. Ooh, you make me live. Oh, I've been wandering round, still come back to you. In rain or shine, you've stood by me, girl. I'm happy at home. You're my best friend. Ooh, you make me live. Whenever this world is cruel to me, I got you to help me forgive. Ooh, you make me live now, honey. Ooh, you make me live. Oh, you're the first one when things turn out bad. You know I'll never be lonely. You're my only one, and I love the things, I really love the things that you do. Oh, you're my best friend. Come on, give it. You're my best friend. Thanks, Mark. Oh, you're my best friend. Ooh, you make me live. Ooh, you're my best friend.
Pets are a blessing to us all. So blessing our pets just seems right. My dog, Giggles, has been there for me the majority of my life.
Scooch up closer.
Oh.
There you go.
I remember first getting her. She was so full of joy and energy. She lies down a lot now. It has been a joy to see her grow, not only physically, but also grow into the family. For example, she used to always run away at every possible moment. If the door was open a crack, she would sprint out of it. Now we can have it wide open for hours on end, and for the most part, she'll just sit there. Named after Lifshits and Giggles, she's always been a joy to be around. Whereas Giggles' name was always predetermined, her personality has flourished into something we never expected. But this type of story is not unique to me. Many people have pets as anchors in their lives, whether it's a dog, a cat, a Komodo dragon, or even a goldfish. Pets seem so easy to talk to. They never judge you or expect anything. They will always love you unconditionally. Also, you can tell them anything, and they won't repeat it to anyone else. Unless you have a parrot. But it's like a cat playing with yarn or a dog digging in a yard. Pets find joy in the simplest things so many times. All of our pets are an example to us all to find joy in the little things and to love unconditionally.
Thank you, Owen. So now we get the opportunity to bless our pets who are with us. We're going to start with those of you on Zoom. So I encourage you all to write their names in the chat. And if you have more than one pet, I invite you to write all of their names in one chat box. So when I call their names, please feel free to turn on your camera and to lift them up for everyone to see. Folks on Zoom, I recommend you go to gallery view to see all the cuteness. For those who are here, you're going to have to imagine all of the cuteness and check out all of the dogs here. So I am wonderful. So as I call each one of them, please hold them up as I bless them. Isabella, Austin, and Ranger, bless you and those who care for you. Precious, bless you and those who care for you. Rufus, Annie, Sweetie, and Lucky, bless you and those who care for you. Rosie, bless you and those who care for you. CJ, Zeno, and Sammy, bless you and those who care for you. Buddy, bless you and those who care for you. Cinnamon Sugar, bless you and those who care for you. Number 1 and Boots, bless you and those who care for you. Let's see if there's any others. It's been so great to see them all on screen too as I'm seeing you all. Are there any others online? Wonderful. Bless you all, you wonderful animals, and may you be calm knowing you're not in the chaos here. Hermes, Dee Dee, Little, Ferdinand, and Ambrose, bless you and those who care for you. JJ and Patsy, bless you and those who care for you. And I'll check at the end to see if there are any others. But in the meantime, those of you are here, I invite you to line up over here with your pets as you are willing and able and want to. Please leave some distance. both for COVID and because of dog. And I don't, you all were very kind not to bring your cats, I have to say. Is there a cat? Oh, good, we've got some pictures too. That's wonderful. There is a cat? Oh, there is a cat. That's wonderful. So if you all want to line up coming over here so that you're not in front. What's that? No, I'll do it in front. Yeah. Thank you. Yep. And you can slowly bring them in front here. And as you do, I will ask their name. So Owen, why don't you start and model this for us? Because Giggles is tormenting that cat. Come on, Owen. Giggles, come here. Giggles is like, but you don't understand. It's a cat. Okay, come right over here in front of me, Giggles and Owen. Right here. All right. I know that this seems superfluous now that you've talked about Lipschitz and Giggles, but what is the name of this pet?
Giggles.
Giggles, may you be blessed and those who care for you. And may you enjoy seeing that cat. Thank you. Come on up, Christine. What a beautiful baby. What is the name of you? Oso? Rosso? Russell, sorry. It's the mask. Russell, may you be blessed and those who care for you. What a beautiful baby. Thank you, Christine. And this is Baby. Baby, may you be blessed and those who care for you. What a sweet baby. What do we have here? Oh! He can't go far. Don't worry. Their owner has this well in control. What is your frog's name?
AJ.
AJ? AJ, may you be blessed and those who care for you. He's beautiful. Yeah, you can wash him off later. And here's Cooper. Cooper, may you be blessed and those who care for you. Oh, good boy. Good boy, Cooper. Good boy. Is it scary that because of Zoom, I know the names of all of your pets? Biscuit. Biscuit, may you be blessed and those who care for you. Our little pandemic puppy. May you be blessed. Thank you, Sarah. And this is Abby. Abby, may you be blessed and those who care for you. Thank you. Oh, what a beautiful baby. This is Holly. Holly, may you be blessed and those who care for you. Oh, how sweet. I don't know that I can make anyone stop barking. And Sammy and Milo. Milo, may you be blessed and those who care for you. And Milo, wait, this is Sammy. Sammy, may you be blessed and those who care for you. Oh my gosh, they're so sweet. Thank you. Yes, and get a drink. That's why that's there. You can go ahead. Come ahead. Who do we have here? Oakley? Oakley, may you be blessed and those who care for you. Yes, you can sniff. Thank you. Leo, may you be blessed and all those who care for you. Thank you for Christmas. Thank you. That's great. Do you want me to read them? So Rocky and Bobby and Shadow and the 6 red-eared slider turtles and the tank of ruby red minnows and grizzly bear. All of these animals, may they all be blessed, and especially those who continue to foster and care for them in so many gracious ways. 303 animals, yeah, that Charlotte and Smoot have fostered. 303. Thank you. Wonderful. Sophie and Rory. Why don't you hold them up for the camera? So this is Sophie and Rory. And this is Claire, who just moved into town this week. Welcome to Claire. Sophie and Rory, may you be blessed, and also those who care for you. Thank you. Okay, come here, guys. It's your moment. Finnegan Richard, and Fiona Louise, may you be blessed, and those us who care for you. Crystal. So this is Crystal the cat. Crystal, may you be blessed, and all those who care for Crystal. Thank you, Brooklyn. PJ and Sydney. PJ and Sydney, may you be blessed, and all those who care for you. Thank you for sharing. What do we have? Oh my goodness, who's this? Finn? Yes. You know that my dog's name is Finn too? Yeah, the little black one right there is Finnegan. He goes by Finn. So this is Finn. Finn, may you be blessed, and all those who care for you. Thank you very much for sharing. Oh, I may have lost a connection. So, let us bless all of our animals, those who have been named, those who live in our hearts, those who have not yet found their ways to our homes. May we have blessings all around. And now a very, very special blessing, Dave.
So as some of you might know, Nancy and I are moving to California next month. Okay. There you go. Can you hear? Nancy and I are moving to California next month, as some of you might have known. And there really there aren't words to express the gratitude that we feel for these 14 years with this wonderful group. We've been part of all the marches and the protests and the small groups and the services and the music and the conversations and the friendships. About all we can say is thank you. We'll keep in touch. There aren't words, so I'll just sing a song. This one was motivated by just watching you folks. It's called the UU Talking Blues. If you want to get in trouble, I'll tell you how to do it. Just join the UUs and you're into it. I was rolling along in life, thought I'd go to heaven till I bumped into this UU religion. It was a little detour, threw me off my way. Now I'm not sure where I'm going. Well, I probably wasn't going to get there anyway. They profile, you know. But if I end up where some of these UU folks are, having auctions and working for good causes, marching in protests, and maybe drinking a little wine along the way, well, that can't be wrong. Anyway, let me tell you how it all came about. Woke up one Sunday, wasn't much doing, so I looked in the paper to see what was brewing. I saw this place at the call UU, so I come on down to see what to do. Well, I've been coming a bunch of years now. Still ain't figured out what to do. The folks here seem to disagree about that. Well, I figured I could just hang with them and disagree right along. I could do that. Well, I like their approach in the short sermons too, and I like what they served in the Johnson room. They said if I joined, there'd be plenty to do, so I signed my name and paid my dues. Well, within a week, I was on the Welcoming Committee, the Unicare Committee, the Social Action Committee, the Sunday Services Committee, the Immigration Committee, the Renovation Committee, the Finance Committee, the Safe Congregation Committee, and the Diversity Committee. And the committee to keep track of committees. That's the one I started. That ain't all. I was an RE teacher, a member of Black Lives Matter and the spirituality workshops, the hiking group, and the green team. That ain't all. Plus, I was in 3 small groups and 2 ad hoc support groups. One of them was for me. I had so much to do, I didn't have time to go home. So I gave up my apartment, and I just stay at the church now. Eat potlucks, sleep in the nursery. Well, as Catholics and Baptists, Lutherans and Jews and Buddhists and Muslims and also Hindus, black folks and white and LGBTQs, thanks to all the protests and marches and all, there's ex-cons too. Even the national president's an ex-con. If that ain't diversity, I don't know what is. Well, they blessed the pets in church one day. They washed my hamster's sins away. There was dogs and cats in a pet rock too, right over there. You never know what these folks are going to do. Well, I guess all them pets was members too. They serve kibbles in the Johnson room now. Gluten-free, vegan, you got your choice. Very inclusive. Last week I got a call from my old friend Ray. He's a UU back New York way. He said he reads about Arizona every day. He said it's hard to believe what the papers say. He says, I read they passed a law says you can carry guns all over the place, even in the bars. Is that true? I says, yep. And they want to cut 250,000 people off the health insurance. Is that so? I says, yep. Meanwhile, they're going to lower all the corporation taxes by a bunch of million. Is that true? I says, yep. And they want to arrest the people that goes out and gives water to the undocumented folks in the desert. Is that true? I says, yep. And they want to take all the public school money and give it to the charter and the private schools. Is that true? I says, yep, they tried that. And he says, that's a scary place. You better get away. I says, nope. Somebody's got to stay here and hold the line. That's what the UU folks and the Red for Ed and some others here are doing, and I'm going to stand with them. Well, I got to admire these UU folks. They work hard for the things that matter most. Social justice, human dignity, the habitat. Sure ain't nothing wrong with that. They say around here this is a welcoming congregation, and they mean it. All God's children are welcome. I think Jesus said that, Muhammad and a few others. Well, maybe some of our politician leaders ought to learn to say it. I said that. If you want to get in trouble, I'll tell you how to do it. Just join UUCP and you're into it. You might not get to heaven when it's all done, but who knows, wherever you go, you might have a lot more fun. Or not. But who wants to hang around playing golden harps and singing old hymns anyway? That's the thing about a liberal religion. Maybe you'll just go to a big potluck dinner in the sky. Maybe God will be having workshops. Or maybe you'll just come back as a butterfly. Or sprout up like a bunch of carrots or little green broccolis in the garden. but you can be sure that everyone will be welcome there. No profiling in that garden. A partner over there.
Dave, thank you. Thank you for that and for all of the blessings you have given us over these many years. And we don't say goodbye like that. We don't do that here. So you come on back anytime and join us online. And we look forward to seeing you. Thank you. And you too, Nancy. Thank you. So I am just looking. There were a few more pets, and I do want to make sure that I got every one of them. So blessings to Sasha, Cleopatra, Adrena, Geordie, Data, Moose, Daisy, Max, Buddy, Teggy, Togo, Ka, and I think I got the rest of them. Bless you and those who care for you. So we will have coffee hour immediately following the service online. Owen will be our host. We hope those of you who are online will join us for that. And for those of you who are new here today, we do have a Get to Know UUCP. It is on the patio. You can go in, actually, if you want to go in the stairs, we have masks inside, but just follow the hallway down and there will be some folks from our membership team who will be in the hallways. Just listen for the laughter. You will find us down there. I want to give a special shout out to Benji and our tech team and our ushers and greeters and Dale on camera, who have made outdoor worship possible these 5 weeks. Thank you for this grand experiment in a series of grand experiments. Thank you for making this work. And next week we will look forward to seeing those of you who come in person inside the sanctuary. Will be welcoming back home. And as always, those on Zoom, we will look forward to seeing you there as well. We go in gratitude for our fuzzy and furry or feathered friends, all of those in our lives. We go knowing that we are better humans because of what they teach us. And we give blessings to each and every one of them, hoping they feel as lucky as we do. For all the humans in our space, go in peace, go in love. The service here has ended, but our service in the world begins this week. Go in peace, go in love.